Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
You know, Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Welcome to IdahoSports.com. This IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group and Ermac Pediatrics. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, and your Toyota dealers, as well as the Idaho Transportation Department. This is part of the 2023 State of Idaho football playoffs. My name is Tim Belknap, and I'm joined by my good friend and all-around genius about football, Josh McGauley.
I know.
Josh.
Hey, it always cracks me up when you say that because I always say the same answer. I'm just the IT guy.
Well, the IT guy who gives me everything that I need when I need it. And if everything crashes in the middle of the broadcast, you are the guy that we're going to yell at. So
Spot on.
Spot on. Tonight, we're coming to you live from Idaho Falls, Idaho, home of the Hillcrest Knights, as they take on this quarterfinal matchup between the Hillcrest Knights and the Skyview Hawks. Is it? I believe that's the Hawks. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Jeez, I had a brain burp there all of a sudden. I was going, I don't know. All right, the Hillcrest Knights, the undefeated team coming into this matchup, the number one ranked team in the High Country Conference of 4A. And Skyview coming in the Southern Idaho Conference. Josh, you were looking that up a minute ago, the number 2 seed. Is that correct?
Yep, you're absolutely right. Yep.
And I believe their win-loss record had them losing 3. Is that correct?
Yep, 7-3 total overall.
I know one of those losses was to Bishop Kelly. I was looking at that game stat compilation and thinking, Bishop Kelly, one of the premier 4A teams on the other side of the state, rumored to be the dog to beat, if you will.
Yeah.
They lost to them, so you've got to say, okay, that's a loss that you can't whine about because that's a very good competitive team. They lost to Middleton. Middleton was in the state playoffs, so again, part of it. So you got to look at it and say, Hillcrest coming in 9-0. Are they going to
10-0?
10-0. Sorry, I was thinking the end of the season. You're right. Thank you for saving me. My biggest concern, Josh, coming into this is, do they overlook this? Are they getting a little too confident? That's a dangerous thing to have happen. I know as a basketball coach, Hillcrest basketball coach Dave Austin, a good friend of mine. Last year they went 20-1, I think, was their win-loss record.
Yeah.
And I said, they lost it to a non-conference, non-division foe, Madison Bobcats. I said, if you're going to lose one, lose it before the playoffs. And Austin said, absolutely. Taught him some humility. Taught him that they're not, they're not undefeatable. They can be beat, if you will. And then they went into the playoffs, the state, and won state. So now they're an undefeated team, and they're here saying, okay, we're going to take it, and we're going to go all the way to state championship. Which after winning basketball, I'm sure the football team is saying, let's just keep it going.
Why not? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's going to be a good matchup because there's some great athletes on the other side. This Skyview team includes, Josh, you and I were talking about it prior to the game, a 5-star recruit in their punter kicker, Tyler Kinsman. And now there's not very many 5-star recruits in the state of Idaho. A lot of 4-stars. I think the last one may have been the last kicker that you and I covered, Ian Hersey.
Yeah, now
out of Highland.
Yep, now at Arizona State,
and doing well. Apparently, he's Division I. That's good, I'd say. We're going to fade away for just a moment as we sing the national anthem here.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, And yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Welcome back to Thunder Stadium, home of the Hillcrest Knights, as we're getting ready to kick off this quarterfinals game between the Hillcrest Knights and the Skyview Hawks. Josh, I know you've done some great research. Josh is always the great stats man for me. What are your thoughts moving into this game?
Well, there's a couple key players, right, for both of these sides. I'm going to start at Skyview. You got Cash, we're going to say Buse.
Going with that, Cash Buse.
Who's got 2,100 yards on the season, 22 touchdowns in the air, 4 interceptions. He's big-time throw. This offense you're going to see is going to be – they're going to throw the ball a lot, right? Yeah. His main target is going to be Mason Cron. He has about 850 yards and 11 touchdowns on the season as well. There's so many other players out there, too.
Wow.
You got Aiden Martinez. He was the second fastest kid in 4A last year. And he's –
And the fastest graduated?
Yeah, right. And so they're going to be looking to go deep to him. So there's so many weapons out there for that Skyview team.
I like the coach gave us some notes as we getting ready to play. The Skyview coach called his quarterback Buse. He called him the Thorderback.
Yeah.
And I looked at him and he says, you got to know that phrase. It was coined by BYU head coach, football coach back in the day, Bronco Mendenhall. He's a dual threat. That means he not only can throw, which we've talked about, wanting to throw, but he's got some legs and enough savvy to make sure that he knows when to run it and when to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Which is a huge, huge thing. All right, Hillcrest fans. The captains have met at midfield, and it looks like Hillcrest has opted to receive to start this game. You know, and that's strategy involved. You know, there's always the do we wait and receive the second half, or do we receive the first half, get on the board quick, get their enthusiasm. Is that a good word? For back of the shotgun, he's got a lone back in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. All right, King takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's got a man downfield, but he's under cover. He's covered. He throws behind his receiver, or it really did have position, but he threw it and he's back. Had to turn back. Big tight end, Isaac Davis. He didn't suit for the game. So King takes the snap. He's going to roll to the right. He's looking for receiver. There are none. He looks downfield. He kind of just looks and throws it away. It looks like it's going to be intercepted. It is intercepted as Skyview, Nathan Gravitt picks up the pick in great position for Skyview. They're going to be down at about the 24-yard line at that point in time with King coming in on him. I didn't see who that was.
I don't think he got enough oomph behind him.
Yeah, receiver and did not get Cron. Is that how we pronounce that? Mason Cron. He was the receiver there. His coach calling him the best all-around football player, a 3-year starter, and one of the toughest kids that he makes, and he makes a lot of plays happen for them. Again, quarterback's going to keep it. As Buse goes forward, he's probably going to only get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. So into the same format, Keller to the right side of King in the shotgun. Second effort being just something special, showing the the Hawks get it all the way down to the as he wisely and very dangerously for a quarterback took a couple of hits and still was able to drag a couple of Hillcrest players for the 3 yards he was short and picked up the first down. By 5 yards, so.
Really fast receiver that we were talking about pregame.
Although it looks like we have some laundry on the field. I missed that. Waiting for the head judge to tell us what it is, but that's probably pass interference. Holding, so defensive holding. They'll take off 10 yards. That's going to give Skyview a 1st and 10 at the 45 of the Hillcrest Knights. The Knights having their 3rd penalty of the evening, uncharacteristic for them. And got to have their coach just about ready to pull his hair out. No coach likes to see anybody penalized, but certainly not 3 in the first 4 minutes. Buse again with the ball. He tries to make a move. Hillcrest swarms him, and he'll get a loss on the play of probably 3. Trying to see who our lead. Looks like the lead tackler was Titan Larson. Larson, one of the lead players in the Hillcrest 2022 state championship team, and making his impact now tonight on the field as he led the tacklers there to take Buse down for the loss. So 2nd and 13 now for Skyview. We expect to see Buse probably drop back and try to get a nice 10-yard slant. He does. He drops back. He's looking. Now scrambling. He's going to throw it away as he throws it as a quarterback should do.
Away.
Away when he's scrambling and nothing to throw to. He throws it way over his teammates' heads, almost into the bleachers where the Skyview fans are. So if that was the NFL, they'd keep the ball, right?
Well.
Not going to happen here. They'll ask for it back. Skyview with a 3rd and 13 just across midfield at the 47-yard line. A big 1st down is what they need. Buse back in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's looking for a receiver. He's got 2. He's got 1 wide open. He's throwing over his head. Oh. Excuse me. The receiver was actually saying he's held. That's Martinez again. Aiden Martinez went over to the official and was pulling on his jersey by his shoulder pad saying he held me. And the official wisely either said I didn't see it or it was incidental.
Yeah, no, Mason Saunders, number 2 for Hillcrest, was the one in coverage there. He did, keep up in pace with them.
Yeah, he was. Saunders is fast. Again, another member of that state championship basketball team for Hillcrest. And I've watched him on the basketball court really turn it on. Skyview now with the kick. It's going to be off. Nice punt. What a great punt. Hillcrest fields it, drops it, and they're at the 3-yard line, the 2, and they're going to say he stepped. Oh, yeah, okay. It looked like he was throwing a flag, but they say he stepped into the end zone, so it'll be a no?
No.
What did they call then?
Did he motion?
And then when he picked it up, they stopped play.
All right. The crew here, Hillcrest's announcing and support staff here saying that he called a fair catch. I didn't see the fair catch, but he must have because they called it down at the 3-yard line. Looks like 2 or 3. That's tough territory. You got to get some good ground going here as Hillcrest will come up under center to try and probably look at some quick off-tackle action to move the ball out of the end zone. They do hand it off to the running back. Looks like the fullback, Titan Larson. Makes a yard or 2, but he gets drilled and taken down. Looks like number 50 for the Skyview team. That's Ryder Palermo.
Yeah, Ryder with a great tackle there. Picked him up, pushed
set him
to
down.
the ground. Yeah,
and Ryder's not a small, or Titan's not a small man.
No.
So gave him a little bit of breathing room. Took the ball out, gain of, I'm going to say 5. So they'll hand it off again. They'll go the other side. Same running back, I believe that's Larson again. No, that is not Larson. It is. That is Larson. Sorry. He doesn't get the same yardage. I think he only picks up 2 yards, so it's going to be 3rd down and about 3.5, long 3. Well, it's always called 3.5,
yep.
Right? So it's 3 3/4. We call it a long 3. Big yardage now for the Knights as they are trying to get out of their own hole here. And King rolls around to the right side. He's going to get a receiver downfield. He makes the reception, and some yardage. That'll be a first down. Daniel Rogel.
There by number 6, Sheldon Nelson.
Excuse me, Sheldon Nelson. 6. I thought it was an 8. He was moving so fast I couldn't keep it. But Nelson brings it down. They're going to mark it at the 26-yard line. That's 1st and 10 for the Knights. So for a drive that started on their own 3 to be out at the 26-yard line, they got to be smiling and saying, okay, we're hitting our cylinders. This is how we're supposed to be working. And they're going to stay under center here as they try to keep that running game going. Power I formation for the Knights. King takes the snap. He's going to hand it up. Oh, they collide in the backfield, but the running back gets it. Trayson Keller, excuse me. He gets it, but maybe at best, back to the line of scrimmage is about all they can expect. That quarterback-running back collision never helps.
Yeah, I think they ran into the wrong direction on that on the I formation there.
Hillcrest going with a hurry-up offense and back into the shotgun. And we got Skyview now jumping off sides, almost the whole team. Hopefully there wasn't a flinch by anybody on the Knights, and they do indicate now it is a encroachment penalty. So they'll mark off 5 yards, exactly what Hillcrest wanted to see happen. So it'll set up a 2nd and 5 for Hillcrest, and now a little bit of breathing room, if you will, for them to be able to run their game plan as they like to run it. So they'll go back to the shotgun, which is where they're most comfortable. 2 receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom, and 1 back in the backfield. King's going to keep it as he runs it up the field. He'll get the first down. It takes it bound to the 37, I think. Yeah, that looks like where they're spotted, the 37-yard line. First down, Knights.
That'll bring up another Hillcrest.
Yeah, that was a nice quarterback keeper just straight up the middle there. He was able to take the big hit.
Yeah, he got hit hard.
I don't know if he wants to take too many of those this
That's
game.
what I was just sitting here thinking. Is he over there looking at all the birdies floating in the air? You don't want to. King looks like a pretty good athlete, but I don't know how often you want to let him take a hit like that. He now takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, and he'll get caught in the backfield. He'll be taken down for a loss. That's big number 62, Cooper Mai.
Yeah, Cooper Mai there got into the backfield really quickly. He did a nice little swim move on the right tackle and got back there to basically sack the quarterback.
Well, and he read the play perfectly.
Yeah.
It was a fake handoff. He didn't bite the fake at all, and he just introduced himself up close and personal to King. King saying, hey, look, that's too close for me.
Yeah.
So it's going to be second? Yeah, it is second. 2nd and 15 for the Knights. Penalty helped them, but now it's back a lot. Again, King's going to keep the ball. It goes up the middle. He's going to slant off the tackle. He breaks free. He's at the 40, the 40, 35, 30, 20, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Hillcrest.
Yeah, King.
Wow,
with a
he's got some speed.
Yeah, 65-yard rushing touchdown right there for King.
Did not see that coming, Josh, at all, but he's definitely got some wheels on him, and you got to just be happy to see. If you're a Hillcrest Knight fan, if you're a Skyview fan, you got to not be happy, but what a great play by a quarterback. And most of the time in high school, you'll see a quarterback get gassed after about 15, 20 yards because that's what they're used to running, right? They don't ever run long distance. And this time he just opened it and ran, and it seemed like he picked up speed the farther he went as he pulled away from the defenders. Hillcrest now in the kicker for the PAT. They're going to fake the PAT, hand it off, and it looks like he's going to dance into the end zone. However, the officials say no play.
Was he kneeled? I think they're saying he was down.
They're saying that he took the ball on his knee, so it was a dead ball, and the play was dead from the hike. So it's no play because it received it on his knee. Yeah, the holder, if he's going to run a fake like that, he has to come up off the ground and make the catch. And so the PAT no good, and that's looked beautiful. If he just half an inch off the ground, that would have worked. And so maybe that's one of those mistakes that you make, and you say, okay, now we know what not to do next time. Make up for it. But it does put Hillcrest on the scoreboard. So we've got 9 minutes. Is that right? 3 minutes, excuse me. 3 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Hillcrest with the first score of the game. They go up 6-0. We're going to fade away for some commercial sponsors. We'll be back in just a minute.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Thunder Stadium, home of the Hillcrest Knights temporarily. Hillcrest just in the final processes of building their own stadium. It'll be ready for next season. Kick is up, and it is fielded by Skyview's Martinez. Had to make, I think he kind of stumbled there, Josh, as he caught it, and he kind of tucked and rolled, and, of course, that's going to call him down at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, I think
their own 12.
I think the turf monsters got to him at the 12-yard line.
Gotta, you know, every football player that's ever played has had those turf monsters get to you.
It's not even turf out there, the grass monsters.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what kind of turf it is. They always get you, and it's always one of those, you know, stand up and look around like you when you slip and fall on the ice.
Yeah. So the past couple of drives here for Skyview, Martinez has got behind the safety, so they got to be careful here.
Buse looking to throw it, and he is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Wow, he was looking for a receiver. He thought he had somebody, and then all of a sudden he's down. I did not see who took him down. Did you, Josh?
There's a lot of guys.
A lot
back
of
there.
the Knights.
Loss of 5.
So 5-yard loss, 2nd and 15 for Skyview. I think he was looking for that connection you were talking about. Martinez has been beating his coverage, and they thought they were going to get him, but coverage was on him that time. The one time, right?
Yeah.
All right, Buse again. He's going to throw a quick pass over the head of his receiver. That's Mason Cron, and falls incomplete. Cron had his head turned back, and it just went over. He tried to reach up and grab it, but he was not able to get it.
Yeah, Cash's throw was just a little bit over his head and behind him, so that's a really tough catch for Mason to try to make.
It's interesting. Hillcrest is playing the receivers quite well. They're on them, and line 1st and 10, Skyview. Buse now with some breathing room. He'll hand it off. They got a nice hole up. Downey, that all-around big player. He'll pick up how to broadcast together, Josh. My every game you're sick of it is I'll take 6 yards every time.
Absolutely.
Like that is Braxton Battleson leading the tacklers and for Skyview. Certainly if they can run a play with Downey that they've been running. Buse takes the ball. He's rolling right side. Look, he had at least 3 steps on his defender. The ball's right into his hands, and I think that'll set it up. Really have it both ways. Either team gets it, it's a big play. And this one going the Knights' direction. So at the 35-yard line of Skyview, Hillcrest taking over. And just about a minute 22 left in the game. The score 6-0 Hillcrest. And what has been, again, Skyview's number 50, right? Palermo getting the tackle, and a great shoestring tackle. I think off again. They were able to bring him down, and that's exactly what you expect to see out of an athlete like Larson, and he doesn't disappoint. So a big first down now in the red zone for Hillcrest. Hillcrest again back into the shotgun now. Again, that same handoff. It's going to be to Keller. Keller goes the same way. He'll pick up a gain of about 6 yards, I believe. Actually, they're going to give him more, 7 yards. So a 7-yard gain for Keller. That's a nice combo to have, Larson and Keller. They seem to be just kind of doing what they want on this drive.
A little bit of lightning and thunder almost.
Probably feels that way to the Skyview fans. They're working very hard on that defense, and they just keep taking them one way or the other. All right, time's going to run out as we end the first quarter. 1 quarter play underway. The Hillcrest Knights lead it 6-0 here at Thunder Stadium. We'll fade away to some commercial sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment.
I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We're back here at Thunder Stadium as the Knights with the ball. I believe that is
Nice run by King up the middle.
Peyton King, and a quarterback keeper takes it up the middle, almost down to the goal line. I think they're going to put that at the 1. Oh, no, they bring it back. Of course, I always spot it farther than they do. They bring it back to the 3-yard line, excuse me. So that'll set up 1st and goal for the Knights.
Yeah, King's really athletic. You can just tell by the way he's running the ball. A lot of spin moves, and he's just able to make that man miss in the hole.
Well, Hillcrest looking really, really like this is the drive. They're coming alive and showing their stuff. Hand it off to Larson. Larson's going to dance into the end zone. Touchdown, Hillcrest. Larson barely touched as he just hit that hole. And as any good running back does, he makes sure he gets to the goal line, crosses it, and then just kind of does his thing and acts like it's no big deal. So second running touchdown for the Knights tonight. And what usually is they pass well, and this running game is just kind of showing them that's where they need to be. So the kicker for the Knights coming in, he's a big feller. They're going to long count. They're going to get the kick. The kick's up. It's got enough distance, and it's good. So the Knights actually do kick this one, and it is a PAT conversion. So now it's 13-0 Hillcrest, just barely underway, 11 minutes and 31 seconds into the second quarter. And the Hillcrest now with a comfortable lead to start this quarter.
Yes.
Can that be said, Josh?
Absolutely. You got the number 1 team in the state of Idaho in the 4A division here, comfortably leading 13-0. Absolutely, you can.
Well, and we hope that both sides are able to figure out where they need to be, because it's always you and I both call enough games that we know how much we enjoy having a competitive game. So we're hopeful that that's what it is.
Absolutely, and this game is a lot closer than people can sound like, because Skyview, they've had a couple chances. They've had a deep pass that was dropped by Aiden Martinez, their fast wide receiver, that could have been a touchdown.
Should have. Really.
They had the ball on a turnover, on an interception, and
didn't get what
they
didn't
get. Yeah, they didn't get what they
didn't
needed
get anything.
to get.
In fact.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're set up now for Hillcrest to kick off after their quick scoring drive to start the second quarter. Kick is up. Doesn't go as high as the pretty kick from Skyview, but it goes back to the 5. Martinez picks it up. He's about to the 15, the 20. Tripped up at the 20. Connor Meekum trips him up. What I like to classify a shoestring tackle, because Martinez had blown by him, but he caught that shoe or the shoelace and tripped him up enough to bring him down. They'll mark it at the 21 instead of the 20, but a great tackle because Martinez was just picking up a head of steam, and he probably could have picked up another 10, 15 yards with that. So the Hillcrest folks very, very grateful. The Skyview folks feeling a little frustrated right now as they quality team, a lot of athletes looking for the way that they can actually get this to work into their favor. All right, they're signaling they're going to move the ball back. There's a penalty on the play. Ty, did you see what that was?
I've never seen that signal at a football game.
So we're going to call that the official's mystic choice, as we did not see what it was, but they move it back to the 10-yard line. So really, that could only be a holding penalty on.
It wasn't a hold. They did this.
I don't know what that is either. Interesting
Blindside
call.
block.
Oh, maybe.
Well, Buse takes it up the middle. What a great play. And that's a hard hit to end that. drive, not what you were thinking maybe was going to happen, because he got hit hard, almost a helmet to helmet. I think a shoulder pad to the helmet. Picks up a very hard 6 yards, but it did pick it up and gives him some breathing room. Buse taking a lot of abuse tonight. They're going to hand it off tackle. He's going to take it down almost to the first down mark. Does not make it. That is their big Downey, their big running back, as he picks it. Well, they're going to set up now third and a very short half yard.
Yeah, Downey was a strong run right there over on the left-hand side.
Well, he just drops down like his center of gravity is non-existent.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And he's tough to bring down. They were lucky to get what they got to stop him, really. So, real short play. I'm surprised they're not putting Buse under center and just going to the quarterback keeper to get the first down on this third down play.
They still might do a quarterback keeper out of this, and out of the shotgun formation.
They still may, that delayed trap. And they are. That's exactly what they call, and exactly what they get is just enough for the first down, as Buse will pick up 2 yards on the play. That is number 31, Trayson Keller, making the tackle, but not before Buse picks up that first down, a very important first down as they get out of the hole. And now the ball at the 20, I'm going to call it the 23-yard line, a 1st and 10 for the Skyview Hawks. Buse now roll at the center. He's rolling around. He's got a receiver downfield. Up in the air, a great throw intended for Cron. Cron, really, as the ball hits his hands, Battleson for Hillcrest hits him and knocks the ball out of his hands. I guess that knocks him down and the ball out of his hands. And that'll be a incomplete pass. Cron had to fill that hit, because when you're extended way up with your hands wide open going up for a catch and you get hit anywhere midsection, you always feel that.
Absolutely.
All right, Buse now he's looking deep. He throws over the middle. No catch. In and out of the hands of his big tight end. Cron, nothing there.
Yeah, this passing game is not really clicking like they're usually doing. You know, right now, Cron is.
Well, it looks like almost like Buse is psyched up, got his bionics on or something, because it looks like a pitcher throwing a pitch. Those are some line drives, looking hard. And I think that he's got to pull that back just a little bit. Yeah. I know he's trying to thread the needle, because this defense is just sticking on his receivers like glue.
Yeah, right now Buse is 2 for 9 for only 15 yards.
That is highly, highly unusual for Buse. So we're going to set up a big third down here, 3rd and 10 for the Hawks. Buse back to pass. He's looking. He gets drilled right as he throws, but he gets a man downfield for the first down. As that is, again, Cron, that guy that's been kind of his bail man. Whenever he doesn't get the deep receiver, he bails off to Cron, and Cron's going to bring it down to the 44. And it looks like the defensive back covering Cron had fell down, and that's why he was wide open, able to pick up the big yardage, but bailed him out big time.
Yeah, Cron is that 3-year starter. He's their go-to guy. He's the reason there. He's their backbone of that offense right there.
You can kind of see why at this point. They're going to hand it off. Downey's going to take it, but they're going to get caught in the backfield. No, in fact, a loss on the play, loss of 1, as he's brought down by the Knights. Number 17, that's Jace Judy. They'll credit a loss of 2, but Judy just getting in there, delaying it so the rest of the Knights could come in and help him take him down, because Buse is not an easy guy to take down. He's a big feller.
Yeah, it was Downey, but yeah, Downey's like a kind of like that bowling ball feature on a running back.
He's that guy you don't want to meet in the dark.
Yeah, exactly. And so if you just want to hit him, right? Just let your teammates get there and
just
help
delay him enough to get some help. That's all you want. Buse back to pass. He's looking. Looks to his left. He's going to roll to his left. He's got a receiver, but he'll be taken down. I think they'll give him back to the line of scrimmage. But that pocket, even as he rolled out, that pocket collapsed as 5 Hillcrest Knights in there. Looks like Trayson Keller leading the tacklers. But, wow, that looked like Buse was going to roll to the left, pick up the receiver down there that he had, and he had to take his attention off the receiver because there was thunder all around him.
And Martinez,
is that why they call this Thunder Stadium?
Exactly. Aiden Martinez he went straight down the middle of the field, and he eventually got open, but that Highland defense was Hillcrest defense, excuse me.
Buse with the ball. He's running. He's got a receiver downfield. He throws, and he's going to be incomplete. But the defender, Battleson and I think it's Cron, isn't it? Bump each other, and of course that's always going to go against the defender. So that'll be a pass interference call against Hillcrest. They'll mark off 15 yards and give them the first down that they were trying to get anyway.
Yeah, basically they just pushed Cron down.
Well, I don't think he meant to. I think the Cron kind of turned around and slowed down, trying to come back to the ball, and ran smack dab into Battleson. And what do? You try not to fall on your face, and that's what he did. And perfectly played, frankly, by Cron.
Every single time one of those big discussions come on, it's always like, what's the hardest position in football to play? And for me, it always will be corner, because you're just basically guessing the route of a receiver, and he can go wherever he wants.
There's never a mediocre cornerback. You're either the GOAT or you're the dog, right? Because you're either getting beat or you're knocking him down, and everybody thinks you're just the best ever. So, all right, Buse, quick pass. He throws on a slant out of the left side of the field. It falls incomplete, but another flag as Hillcrest playing them tight will get called again for pass interference.
Yeah, that's on Mason Cron again. So Cron's
he's feeling he's comfortable with his receiver or his defender.
Yeah, he is. That's another 15.
And that's Battleson, one of their best backs in the cornerback there. So if I'm Hillcrest coach, I'm going to say let's mix it up. Let's switch corners.
Yeah, right now Hillcrest has 5 for 55 in penalties. 5 penalties, 55 yards.
You can't do that. You cannot do that. Timeout on the field. Hillcrest, as the coach, wants to come out here and have a come to correction meeting. Politically correct on the air here. We're going to fade away for just a moment as they have a timeout for some commercial coverage, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Welcome back to Thunder Stadium, home of the Hillcrest Knights, as they are trying to figure out how to not let Cron get the advantage on the Knights, as they've had 2 straight pass interference calls against the Knights. And the Knights now with, what's the penalty yardage?
The Knights have 55 yards in penalties. 5 penalties.
Way ttoo many. Downey going to have the ball carry around the left side. What a hit. He's going to be hit line of scrimmage. Battleson, the corner that's been taken advantage of the last 2 penalties, he trying to redeem himself as he came up and made a heck of a hit on a big football player. Downey going right down. They're going to say he lost half a yard. Battleson's got to feel a little bit better, redeeming himself, right?
A little bit of anger on that tackle there.
Well, rightfully so, I think. Downey usually powers through those kind of hits. So Buse is going to drop back from the shotgun. There's pockets collapsing. Hillcrest is going to get him and take him down. They're going to call it in the grasp as
sack there will be credited to number 50,
Hunter Reeves, the announcer says, is the lead tackler. There was about 3 of the tacklers in there. Reeves, the first man in, and just what you got to do. You said it perfectly. You don't have to take him down. You just have to hold up so the rest of the team can get there. And that's exactly what Reeves did. His companions came in, and they didn't take him down, saved the pain, the abuse, but still a big loss. 3rd and almost 20 now. I think it's, 18?
Yep, you're about right.
Just under 7 minutes left to play in this first half as Buse needs a big play. I'd look at Crone's probably his guy. He's got him downfield. They're collapse on him. They're going to take him down, and Buse with a big loss on the play. And that's number 66 for the Knights, looking to be Damian Simmons, name I haven't called yet, but in there in that frustration, if you will, and that pocket just collapsed, and then the rest of the entire defensive line for the Knights comes in. Now it's going to set up 4th and dang near 30.
Yeah, that's Highland. Why am I keep saying Highland?
It's the H word.
It is.
The
Hillcrest. That's Hillcrest's 4th sack of the night.
Yeah, you got to feel great from the sack
Absolutely.
department. It almost makes up for the penalties. A low kick, a low snap to the kicker. He picks it up. He's trying to find somebody. He doesn't. He throws it away. It'll be no completion, no kick, turnover on downs, and I don't know why he tried to do that. Do you?
If anything, he just tried to do a rugby kick style kick there. I know he was getting chased from behind.
I thought he was going to do a rugby kick, but he was absolutely looking for a receiver, and there was nobody, so he threw it into the out-of-bounds side to make sure it wasn't picked. But that still puts the ball at about the 44-yard line, 43 and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they always put it at the line.
They knew exactly where that ball went.
43.5-yard mark for the Knights. 1st and 10, Hillcrest almost to midfield. If they can get a first down, they will be over the midfield mark. King in the shotgun, as he loves to do. Double receivers at the top. He's going to take, King's going to keep the ball, and that quarterback keeper, he's following a blocker, and he's going to pick up big yardage as he goes across the 40. Excuse me, down to the 37-yard line. That's the Skyview 37-yard line, so that's a big gain for King. How many yards was that?
That was 17, yeah.
17 yards for your quarterback. Again, that guy that likes to score touchdowns. Hurry up offense, hurry up huddle going for Hillcrest as they're back at the line. And now the coach calls in an audible. King up to the line, making sure everybody hears the audible. Now back in the shotgun. Low snap, they're going to hand it right off to Keller. Keller's going to pick up a couple of yards, and then they'll be brought down. And a violent tackle there as I think tempers are getting a little bit elevated. Is that a really nice way of saying he took, it was Cron took him down in a little bit of a statement kind of tackle after only a gain of 2. And that's not something that any one of the Hillcrest team is going to allow to happen again. They'll have words, I'm sure. All right. King takes the snap. He's going to have the quick pass over here. That's over to number 17, Jace Judy. Judy with a great play after the fact. Takes it down to the 25. He caught that pass about 3 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage and just took it down to the 25. What a great play. Judy showing some great athleticism.
Hillcrest.
So it's a first down, Hillcrest, and at the 25. Trying to make up some of the penalty yards, right? The Skyview team jumping across the line, and Hillcrest all standing up and saying, "Where's the flag?" The officials saying, "Nah, they didn't go that far." So Hillcrest very lucky that they didn't get a penalty when they did that. All right, King's got a man open in the end zone. He overthrows Judy in what was a beautifully thought-out play, but Judy trying to stay in front of his defender, took it too deep on the end zone sideline. That defender, again, Martinez, it's almost like Martinez and Cron, both the great receivers for the Hawks, also the great defenders on that corner and safety spots.
King is now 2 for 6 with an interception for 24 yards.
Oh, no. King got the ball. He's running around the right side. He throws over the middle. He connects. Ben Morris with a reception. He's going to get the first down. Unless I'm mistaken, he does get the first down.
Absolutely.
A connection there for the first time tonight. King to Morris in the receiver that they've been ignoring. And now I think King's just trying to say, hey, you can't get every one of my receivers.
It was a really good job from King there. It was a scramble drill, and Morris was just finding that open hole or open pocket in the zone and sat down for his quarterback.
And did a good job. King now is going to take the snap. He'll keep it as he takes that tackle run around the corner. He won't get the touchdown, but he will take it down to the 6-yard line. That's close to the first down, not enough. He can take it another couple of yards and get a first and goal from about the 4 or the 3. But that is a great play. As he'll pick up, they credit him officially 7 yards on that play. And things just cracking now for the offensive side of the Knights, as they're kind of just hitting them with a 1-2 punch. The Knights trying to get the Hawks off sides. The Knights jump, but they don't cross the line.
It's the third time they've jumped, so they're trying to reach this cadence.
Yeah, they are. King's going to keep the ball. He's not going to get across the end zone, but he will get very close. He'll get the first down. I'm trying to see the spot. It looks like it's the 1. I always see the official spot. The 1.5 yard.
It doesn't even look like the 1.5.
No, you're right.
Maybe the half?
Yeah,
close
enough that with the running game that the Knights have displayed tonight, that should be a punch in that they get easily to take into their third score of the game with not long, 2 minutes left. Is that right? I get so engrossed in the games, I have to make sure I check the time. 2 minutes left in the quarter as Ty Salisbury shows me a better way to look at the score clock. Thank goodness for Ty. And now King's going to go under center as they go into the power I, and he's going to run out of time. I hope they called a timeout. Yeah, they did. This is an opportunity, I think, where the Knights are just trying to eat the clock. So Skyview doesn't have enough time to do anything after they score. It's a little chess match at this point.
It is a little chess match. It is. And, I was just telling you about how King is only now 3 for 9.
He seems like he's doing better than that, but his running game is offsetting everything else.
3 for 7, excuse me, for now 35 yards. But the running game, yeah, you're spot on. This running game, he's right about 90 yards running in the first half.
Oh, my goodness, a quarterback with 90 yards?
I mean, of course, it's being imploded.
70 yards was that one.
Exactly, so a 65-yard touchdown, but.
I'll take it, right? If that's my quarterback, I'll take a quarterback who can
Absolutely.
run 90 yards in the first half. So not much left in this first half, as so far, scoring-wise, it's been all Hillcrest. But the score a little bit deceiving because Skyview has moved the ball, sometimes due to the 55 yards of penalties of Hillcrest. So Hillcrest's obviously going to have to correct that at halftime. All right, they're going to hand it off up the middle. Keller's going to take it across the end zone. Touchdown, Hillcrest!
Number 31, Treason.
So that's going to add it up. That'll add it to 19-0 for the Knights. Now the question, Josh, do they kick it or do they try that snazzy little play that, had they not been kneeling when they made the catch, they'd have scored?
I think they're going to go for 2 for sure. Why not make it an even 21?
You're right, because the kicker's not out there. You're right. Oh, yes, he's not. They're going to power I. King again under center. He's going to put a man in motion. He's going to hand it off. No, he's not. He's going to throw it into the end zone. He's got his receiver, and it'll be a 2-point conversion as he passes to Daniel Rogel in the end zone. Rogel falls down grabbing it, but he gets it, so the 2-point conversion good. And it's now 21-0. Hillcrest Knights over the Skyview Hawks. And so far, first quarter, what do we say? Hillcrest.
Yeah, it has been all Hillcrest. But like we were talking about earlier, Skyview, they've had chances. They've had plenty of chances. They've driven the ball down the field plenty of times, and they've had receivers drop the ball or just penalties. And their offensive line is getting worked right now. Giving up all of the sacks. They've given up 4 or 5 sacks now just in the first half. And Cash back there is trying his hardest, but for instance, on that last drive, they were able to get 30 yards in penalties. But then again, they gave up 30 yards in sacks. So
that was their saving grace because those sacks killed them, literally.
Exactly.
Cash, I like that name. I have a grandson by that name, so maybe that's why.
Cash.
Yeah, Cash the man. Cash, if you're listening, Grandpa's here, bud. Hillcrest really just destroying that pocket for Buse to be able to throw, and that's the key, literally the key, as we are now just about just 2 minutes basically before the half, as Hillcrest kicks it, a nice boot, not into the end zone, but I believe that's Martinez takes it at the 2. He's back out to the 15.
Wow.
He'll be taken down. What an open field tackle. Meekum again takes him down at about the 17-yard line. Boy, that kid's got he should be a bulldog. Rodeo guy.
We were talking before how Martinez is, last year ended up being or the second fastest kid in 4A last year.
You see it. He gets that ball, and he's gone.
But Meekum there, he had his target, and hey, he might be the
says,
first.
I may not be as fast, but I can bulldog. I've practiced on the cattle out on the ranch. All right, so at the 17, Skyview will get the ball with very limited time to try to get something to go, so they're going to look downfield, I think. Buse with the ball. He rolls to the right, throws deep downfield. Got a receiver, and it falls incomplete as it should have been into the hands of Martinez. And
that's Martinez's second drop.
It was there.
Yeah, he's had 2 deep shots, them in deep crosses across the field that were in his hands, but he's just too fast for the hands, I guess, right now.
Well, I'm wondering, because my first thought is he had somebody right behind him. He knew he was going to get hit. So is he thinking about that? And then I remember he was hitting these guys when he was on the defense, so he's not afraid of hitting. All right, Buse got the ball again. He's going to throw a quick pass out to Downey. Downey caught, immediately taken down by Larson. That's a little quarterback to quarterback communication, or fullback to fullback communication, as Larson comes in and takes Downey down just immediately after catching it for a loss of 2 on the play.
That brings up third down.
It's going to be a big third down. The Hawks a little stunned at this point, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing the #1 team in the state of Idaho in the 4A
division,
division,
yeah, they're feeling
you're going
right
to feel
now.
this.
And they need to get in. They just need to run this out and get into the locker room and make some changes, because they know how to make the changes. The coaching staff has told us that. Buse back to throw. He's looking deep. Doesn't find anybody, but he does find a man right down close to the first down marker. And we're trying to see.
Oh.
It looks like it's being intercepted by the Knights. It is. That's number 3 for the Knights. As they pick it off with 1:04 left in their own, almost in the red zone. I guess 5 yards out of the red zone. But that's got to be.
That's one of those things, too, that looked like the reception was also made by the offensive player.
It did, but, when they're tied up that close and they go down,
always,
it's whoever owns the ball when the ref gets there.
Well, you're right. Normally it's the offensive player gets the call.
Benefit, but he took it away and just went down. That's what it looked like anyway. So Mason Edwards makes that interception, gets the ball. He's got to feel good about that, as now King – in the shotgun has a chance to maybe make one more strike into the end zone. He's looking. He's got a man open. He's going to overthrow his man. Unfortunately, he had that guy there. If he'd have just slowed it down a bit, Sheldon Nelson would have had it, and it would have been a TD.
Yeah, King you're right. If he had just slowed it down just a little bit, he definitely could have hit him in stride.
Yeah, it looks like Pocatello pulling off the win there. It looks like as they're coming across there.
Yeah, Homedale's come across with the win as you expected.
They beat Snake River? Is that who they're playing?
Homedale, yep. 28-0.
Oh, ouch. Snake River, my alma mater.
Well, Homedale is a very good team.
All right, King's going to throw again. He's got again a receiver. He'll be hit, and it'll fall incomplete, but definitely a pass interference. That'll stop the clock with 53 seconds left. And that's half the distance to the goal, because you don't have 15 yards to give away there, isn't it?
No, you do. The ball is at the 27-yard line, so you definitely have 15 yards.
You do. That's going to take it down to 10, 12, 13, I guess. And that's where it is, 13-yard line. So from the 13, Hillcrest with a 1st and 10, and more than anything, plenty of room to score with 53 seconds left on the clock before half. Hillcrest wanting to go up almost 30 points if they get a score here. And frankly, with Max Preps ranking being what they are, you want it.
Yep.
King takes the snap. He rolls to the right, looks for receiver. Pocket collapsing. He throws.
Oh.
He makes the reception. Touchdown, Hillcrest. That's that cagey little receiver, Daniel Rogel. Again, he makes the catch just in the end zone. Goes across. Makes it happen where it's supposed to. Oh, the officials, somebody in the stands calling for an official help as they're having someone with an allergic reaction. They're calling for an EpiPen. That's not good. It's on the Hillcrest side. A kick for the Knights is up. It's good. So the Knights are going to go up 28-0 with 47 seconds left in this half.
Unfortunate situation going on right now. If anyone has an EpiPen, if you could please bring it down by the Hillcrest golf cart and give it to Mr. Mills. If anybody has an EpiPen in their purse.
That's an unfortunate situation to have happen in the middle of a ball game. Our concern not for the game at this moment, for the fan. We're hoping somebody has an EpiPen. Not what we want to have happen in any way, shape, or form. As they look for somebody. You'd think in this size of a crowd, because this Hillcrest side looks pretty full, to be honest with you, you'd think that there would be someone with an EpiPen. We're not seeing anybody. They're pleading. Of all the things you think to bring to a football game, that's not one of them. So with 47 seconds left, Hillcrest set to kick off after taking a commanding 28-0 lead over the Skyview Hawks. Skyview at this point in time, Josh, you correct me if I'm wrong, but man, I have that ball. I'm just going to hand it off as quickly as I possibly can and make sure that we get out. Just run the clock out.
Yeah.
Just get into halftime, lick some wounds, make some changes.
With 45 seconds left, you might still see some action. But
Martinez takes it at the 2. Again, that speed really igniting. He gets past his nemesis. He's going to go. He looks like he could go all the way. Unfortunately, flags are flying everywhere. Martinez is going to take it into the end zone, but there's no question it's going to be coming back. An illegal block into the back of Rogel. Rogel went down and stayed down, helped up by his teammate. I think everybody kind of saw that, saw the flags flying, and everyone knew it was coming back. Even me. I mean, if I can see it, anybody can see it. And they will. They're going to call it back. An illegal block in the back at the 20. We're looking for the head umpire. And we're watching. They do say it's an illegal block to the back. And often that's a personal foul, illegal block. That's not just an illegal block.
That's a 15-er.
That's a 15-yard penalty. That's got to hurt. Yeah. It's going to put Skyview back to the 10-yard line because it happened at the 20, so the most that they can take away is 10 with only 20 yards there. So that'll put it at the 10-yard line, I believe. The announcer saying that they have located an EpiPen. Hopefully that's enough to stabilize the individual in question. We wish them great success and return and to health. You know, we want them to finish watching the game or at least turn it on in the ambulance and listen to IdahoSports.com, right? All right. Buse has the ball. He throws it out to Downey in the flat. Downey's going to take it for the 10, 20 yards. He's going to pick up 21 yards on the gain. He'll get a first down and gets out of bounds even more. So that'll stop the clock with 25 seconds left. Buse at this point in time, I think he wants to run that play one more time and have enough, I guess, distance that maybe he can drop back and use that rocket arm of his to maybe get something into the end zone.
It's crazy because that's the first reception by another receiver besides Mason Cron tonight for that Skyview.
And he looked like it was nothing. Downey, I'd start doing that again. Buse with the ball now, rolling to the right side. He's looking, he throws. I don't think he's going to get that. It's going to caught out of bounds. Oh, the officials say he caught it. Well, we're going to say we don't have the line because the Hillcrest team was in front of us. It certainly looked like he made the catch out of bounds because Buse was almost out of bounds. But they give it to him at the 40-yard line. That's a 1st and 10 for the Hawks as they move the ball downfield. But we're running out of time, 20 seconds. I guess they ate 7 seconds on that. Buse now rolling back. He's got a man on a screen through the middle. He's going to beat his defender, but he won't get out of bounds, and that's going to have to burn a timeout for them as Battleson brings him down right at about the 44-yard line. So it's a gain of 4 on the play. And they burn that timeout. So we'll fade away. We'll be back in just a moment.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Welcome back to Thunder Stadium as we're in the 11 seconds left in the half as we are looking at one play, really. So we are looking if Buse can just drop back. He's got a 2nd and 7 and 6, I guess. And he's trying to find a way to get it into the end zone. Really, at this point in time, with 11 seconds, he's got to drop back and just launch one. His pocket collapsed, but he's dancing. He's coming out of it. He's going to be, he gets by his defenders. Buse is going to take it out. He's at the 50, so over the 45. He's going to get out of bounds at about the 45 as he's hit out of bounds. I think the officials are going to say he stepped out of bounds with 1 second left. We're trying to see. The clock showing 0, but I believe the officials are calling for at least some time on the clock.
I think they're going to put 1 second on.
I'm going to put my binoculars. He is calling for time on the clock. Timeout. Timeout, Skyview. Excuse me, Skyhawks. Whew, Skyview Hawks. We called a game not long ago that we had some Skyhawks, didn't we? I can't remember.
We've called too many games.
Yeah. Josh.
We're about to start basketball,
too many
too.
games?
We're about to start basketball, too.
Basketball season just a few weeks away.
I know.
The finals of the state football playoffs bleeds into the girls' basketball season.
Sure does, yeah.
And certainly is going to be problematic if we're running both, both girls' games and football to have the broadcasters that we need to have without, losing our marriages. All right. Are we on the air? We're on the air. Okay, I thought we were a commercial, folks. I apologize. We are waiting for that last second, 1 second on the clock here at Thunder Stadium, as we are going to give Skyview one last shot at the end zone. And with 1 second, that's all they've got. They have got to drop back and launch it. Buse has the arm. He's looking. He's got the ball. He's launching it out of bounds as he's just going to say, let's go into the locker room. That's all she wrote, folks. So at halftime, it's 28-0. Hillcrest Knights over the Skyview Hawks. We're going to fade away to our halftime advertisers. We'll be back in just a bit.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow!
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off. Obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa!
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones. Focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back to Thunder Stadium for tonight's halftime extravaganza.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Next Steps Idaho halftime show. Thinking about what's next for your career or education? Next Steps Idaho can help bring you closer to the life you want to lead. All right, folks, it is the halftime of this Thunder Stadium. It's at Thunder Stadium. Hillcrest Knights leading the Skyview Hawks 28-0 at the half in a game that's been offensively all Hillcrest.
Oh,
Josh, your guy with all the numbers, lead us through this.
Yeah, I try to keep them as much as I can, but I'm going to give you the best numbers I've got. So we'll start with
when the internet's going down, Josh is doing both stats and fixing the technical side. So that's why I call him the genius.
I can sometimes multitask.
Okay.
So for passing for Skyview, you got Cash Buse, 5 for 15, 76 yards and 1 interception. No passing touchdown. Rushing, this is a crazy stat for me. They've only had 2 guys rush the ball for Skyview.
Does that include Buse?
Yep, Buse.
Okay.
And Cash has 32 yards rushing, but he has negative 22 yards on just sacks alone. And so, yeah, he's gotten sacked a lot tonight.
Well, but most of it was just that last 5 minutes of the second quarter, because the first quarter they were moving the ball. But Hillcrest figuring out how to collapse that pocket, because Buse was literally running for his life most of the last 5 minutes.
He really was. He really was. And then their second rusher, Henry Downey, has 7 rushes for 14 yards.
That is so uncharacteristic for Downey. Downey's a guy who's used to putting up close to 100 yards a game.
Yeah. Yep, and then their leading receiver right now is Mason Caron. He's got 2 receptions for 40 yards.
20-yard average, that's pretty good. I'll take that.
Not bad.
But you got to have more than 2.
Then you got Downey that has a 1 catch for 18 yards. Then you got Dane Bowman that's got 1 catch for 14 yards. And then you got Aiden Martinez for 1 catch for 4 yards.
You know, Martinez is the one that, and I'm sorry to interrupt you there, but he's the one that has had some beautiful looks that had score all over them that has just either dropped them or they've been overthrown. And I gotta, if I'm the coaching staff, I gotta say we connect that and we fix a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to think he's got 2 drops that both could have gone for a touchdown, right? And then he's also got a kick return for a touchdown that got brought back because of a blindside block. That's potentially 21 points right there.
Yeah, and a 28-point opponent score, that changes the dynamics of this game.
Yep, so those 2 drops were huge. And so I'm expecting him to continue to go to Martinez, right? He's he's the senior, right? And he's gotten past the safeties of Hillcrest a lot tonight.
Yes.
He's just dropped the ball a little bit.
And that's probably the speed that Martinez has.
Yeah.
You can't be the second fastest man in the state of Idaho last year and just figure every team's going to have somebody that can keep up with you.
Exactly. Now it's for Hillcrest. For Hillcrest, you got hang on 1 second.
Oh, yeah, we both have to pull up our rosters. Dang it. Forget those darn things.
I know. So you got Peyton King, who's 4 for 9, 48 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now rushing has been their king. All right. So you got Trayson Keller, who's rushed it 8 times for 36 yards and a 1 touchdown. You got King, who's rushed it for 8 times for 96 yards and 1 touchdown. And then you've also have Titan Larson, who's rushed it just 3 times, but 10 yards and 1 touchdown. And then receiving-wise, you have 4 receivers with 1 catch each. So you have Sheldon Nelson for a catch for 15 yards. You have Jace Judy, who's had a lot of targets, but for 1 catch for 9 yards. You also have Marcus Webster for 1 catch for 11 yards. And then your lone passing touchdown was to Sheldon Nelson for a 13-yard reception.
Well, even his receivers out. I mean, it's tough to center on one guy and think he's going to be, like Martinez. We're gonna look at Kronk and not Kronk, excuse me, Cron and Martinez for the Skyview team. Those are the guys you want to shut down and make him shoot his passes to the other receivers because they're not as fast.
Absolutely.
Or as deadly if the catches.
So just to go down just the scoring plays of the first half, you got You got Peyton King with a 65-yard rushing touchdown. And then you got Titan Larson with a 3-yard rushing touchdown. And Trayson Keller with a 1-yard rushing touchdown. And then number 6, Sheldon Nelson for a 13-yard touchdown passing.
Why? That's just even. Nobody's getting it all.
Yeah, that's as even as you can get.
Well, we're getting ready to kick off for the second half. Our apologies. We were intending to have BYU basketball head coach Mark Pope on the halftime show with us. Visited with Mark just a few minutes ago, and he said the BYU compliance team would not let him come to a high school broadcast without clearing everything. I guess I didn't pass the background check.
Yeah, it's probably because you're a fake BYU fan.
Nah, what do you mean fake?
They saw the Utah Utes logo on your car. And you're like,
Oh, dude, that would never happen. All right, the kick's up and gone. It's going to be picked up by Martinez. He's breaking his wide speed open over the 30. So that's a good set for where they have been. They've been starting from the 10 or the 20-yard line. They're up to the 30 now as Martinez just streaks forward, and it's hard to defend somebody who goes that fast. Trying to see the spot. They're going to say he's actually at the 33-yard line. And that's a great, great field position to start this. And you've got to be hopeful that the coaching staff has made the adjustments for Skyview to be able to perform better than that last. I think they just had their enthusiasm waned there at that last part of the second half. They're going to hand it off the left side of the field. They'll pick up about 2 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was Cash there with the
that
keeper.
wasn't it. He kept it. I thought he handed it off. Boy, Cash, I don't know if your parents are listening, Cash, but they raised a tough kid. The number of hits that he's taking tonight. He's the quarterback. Josh pointing that out with reason. That is just a heck of an athlete. And the bobbled snap. Buse is going to fall on it, but I think they have a flag too. I think they're going to call illegal motion prior to the snap. Waiting for the head umpire they're trying to figure out where that's coming from, so I don't quite know what it is. Illegal shift against the Hawks. And they're going to say that they're going to decline it. They're going to take the result of the play, which is a loss of 5. Is that right? No, loss of 2 only. Because it's 3rd and 11 is where they've got it marked. So still a big third down as I think Buse has got the arm to get him out of this in an easy fashion. He's going to drop back. He's looking. He's got his receiver. Almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. He was throwing, intending for Cron. Did not see the Hillcrest Knight defender there come across the middle, and it should have been a pick 6 for Hillcrest. It'll fall incomplete. But number 2, Mason Saunders, real good little athlete. I've watched him play basketball, now football. He's showing that he should have had that into the end zone, didn't get it. Low snap, but they do get the kick off. And Hillcrest gets out of the way because that was going to be a smash job. And they get a Skyview roll down to the 20-yard line. What a great kick. Kinsman showing that he's got not just kickoff ability to kick a field goal from the 50, which he almost got.
You know, that's why he's a 5-star punter / kicker, showing off that big leg.
He kicked that from the 15, and it rolled down to the 20.
Yeah,
that's a nice net. In high school, that's what makes you a 5-star. You called that, Josh.
Yeah.
And now that's interesting as we watch Skyview's number 50, Ryder Palermo. Yeah, Palermo running into the locker room. Hope he's okay. All right, Hillcrest with the ball for their first offensive series of this half. As we're in the third quarter of action, they're going to pitch it out to, I believe that is Larson. No, it's Battleson, number 23. He's got the ends. He's got the sideline. He's going to beat his tacklers. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5. He goes over to the end zone. Touchdown, Hillcrest. One play, 80 yards. And Battleson, the guy that got beat for 2 different pass interference calls for 30 yards in the second quarter, just earned it all back and then some with an 80-yard run from the fullback position and puts Hillcrest one-play score and a 34-point lead.
If I'm correct on my stats, I believe that's his first carry of the night.
It is his first carry.
First carry of the night for 80 yards.
He's been out there. I think he's had some passes thrown at him, but that's his carry.
That's not a bad average there. 80 yards.
1 for 80?
Yeah.
He's going to say, let's leave it, because my stats are going to look right. All right, they were setting up for the PAT kick. They are going to do the kick. It's up. It looks to be good. It is good. So it's now 35-0. Hillcrest Knights pulling away from the Skyview Hawks in a very painful, very painful part of action here. We're going to just recognize our extreme gratitude to our power boosters and, of course, our paid commercial sponsors. Our power boosters tonight include for the Hawks, Evade Pest Management, Brown Bus Company, and Overhead Door Company. Josh, some more?
Gateway Park in Idaho Falls is bringing the mountain to town this winter season. Gateway Park is a new tubing hill in Idaho Falls, located right by Ryder Park on Sunnyside Road, close to the freeway. It snows every day at Gateway Park. Great for families, kids, youth groups. Everyone will have a fun time at Eastern Idaho's newest tubing adventure.
All right, we're setting up now for Hillcrest to kick off after their one-play, 80-yard touchdown drive to bring the score 35-0 with 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the quarter. Skyview in a position to do something to keep this from being a 40-point deficit. Of course, the mercy rule not applicable. He's going to, and the kick is going to be received by Martinez. Martinez doing a fine job of dancing, trying to stay out of the end zone because he wanted to bring it out. And unfortunately, he could not toe the line, steps into the end zone, touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20.
And that might have been a good thing that he stepped into that end zone because Hillcrest was coming down with a full head of speed, and who knows, he might have gotten tackled at the 5-10 yard line.
Yeah, well, you count your blessings. You know, you always want to make something happen, especially when you're as talented as Martinez and gifted. At the 20 is a good place to start. You don't want to start at the 2. Buse with a quick pass over the middle. It's going to make that. It's going to connect for the first down. That play, I think, is to Cron. It is Cron. He'll pick up a gain of 11. So, 1st and 10 from the 31. Oh, they actually marked it at the 30. They only give him a 10-yard gain. He made the catch and was tackled immediately, but perfect receiver got to the 10-yard mark, which is what you want your receivers to do because you're always picking up the first down. Well, not always, I guess, if you're deep back. Buse back to throw. He takes a snap. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver, and he overthrows his receiver. Double coverage, but he would actually Martinez. Is that Martinez?
Nope,
or Cron?
that was Cron.
Cron actually had a step on both receivers, but the ball was overthrown. I don't know if that's Buse deciding that Cron's faster than he is, or he's just so for Skyview. He looked like he was dancing the end zone, pushed
1 yard gain there from Aiden Martinez.
So he's off one step. That step was just on the line. Skyview picking up their game now, finding some things that are happening. But he gets a throw away, and there is a receiver in the vicinity, so that will fall incomplete as it goes out.
Was able to get to the quarterback. They had 4 sacks in the first half and almost had a 5th one on the game.
That's a lot of sacks in a game. 4 sacks in, as he got that one away with no negative yardage. A high snap. He's got it, but he's got time to set up. He's throwing. He's got a receiver. And just Buse post route run. And frankly, we haven't seen him much tonight, but that was the most beautiful route they've seen tonight.
Yeah, he's only has one other catch, but now it's his second catch of the evening. But nice, beautiful
for a score.
catch. Yeah.
All right, Skyview getting on the board finally as they get 6 points up. Now looking for the PAT kick as they had to wait for an extra man to come in. He forgot that you do kicks because it's been so long since they've had a touchdown. Kick is up. It looks to be good as that probably could have been good from 40 yards out as Kinsman really just – I'm just impressed with this kid's leg.
Well, he did miss one earlier.
I know,
but yeah, he does have a very strong leg.
An anomaly because you and I have called some games a couple years ago with Ian Hershey down in Highland. When he was warming up, he was kicking them from the their own 40 and getting them in.
Got a lot of oohs and ahs in the crowd. That's one of the things I remembered. It's
Yeah,
quite funny.
We were both shaking our heads saying, what is this kid doing in high school, man? He should be in college. And certainly Kinsman demonstrating similar tendencies. It'll be nice to see if that young man gets a nice offer. I was just trying to see if he's a senior. He is a senior. So it'll be nice to see. I'm going to do some research on him after this game and follow him. It'll be nice to see an Idaho product doing well, hopefully, at the next level. So the Skyview Hawks get on the board with 9 minutes and 58 seconds left in the third quarter. It's the Hillcrest Knights 35 and the Skyview Hawks 7. Skyview going to kick off. I'm sure they're going to probably look at an onside kick. The kick and night. Oh, I'm certainly not a good coach because they blast one into the end of the back of the end zone. Touchback for Hillcrest as they'll bring it out to the 20. Kingsman, this young man, just what a boot he's got. And he demonstrates it always. I love college. As we look, hopefully Tyler gets something nice. All right, as the Knights are now going to take over. Last time it took him one play.
Apparently, he has offers from Boise State and Dartmouth.
Dartmouth?
Dartmouth.
Well, I love Boise State. They're fun to watch, but, man, how do you turn down an Ivy League? Yeah. All right, snap back to King. King's rolling. He's looking. He's going to throw it away as his pocket was collapsing as he rolled towards the the sideline. Really nobody in the vicinity, so that was just a throwaway, and that play collapsed. So there goes their streak. It's going to take him more than one play to get a touchdown. Hillcrest certainly having a great night tonight as they are.
Some would say it's a great day to be in.
The Hillcrest Knights have a motto here that at the end of every game, they always say it's a great day to be the Knight. High school principal Ty Salisbury next to me repeating that to my last comment and smiling, his always present smile. All right, King's going to throw over the middle. He's got a receiver. He made the catch, and it's going to be a first down for the Knights. Judy demonstrating his abilities. He's going to bring it down. I'm looking for the spot by the official. I think it's right about the 39-yard line. Well, 38. I was close. That is perfect for a first down, Knights. And they do mark it 1st and 10, Hillcrest. And we're off to play as Hillcrest gets another set of downs. They'll set up with 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Snap's going to be handed off to, I believe that is Larson, but it's all going to come back. He picks up about 12 yards, but there's a flag back in the backfield in what can only be holding territory. So that'll all come back, and then they'll get some marked off yardage as we wait for the white cap to indicate it is a holding penalty. They'll mark off 10 yards from the spot, and that's going to put them in about a 1st and 19 for the Knights in what was a great run.
Just doing a little bit of research here on Tyler Kinsman, and congratulations to him. He's going to be punting in the Polynesian Bowl.
Oh, cool. In Hawaii.
Yeah. Yeah, you won that.
I love to see an Idaho product doing that. That's just warms my heart. All right, so Hillcrest with a 1st and 19. And now they're practicing that off cadence calling by King, and Skyview has jumped a number of times and have not been called because they haven't crossed the line. This time they crossed it big, so they earned back 5 of that 10-yard penalty, and it's only 1st and 15.
Not bad.
50. Enough, yeah. Take it where you can get it, I guess. As they're bringing everybody. The whole house is on the short side of the field here. Left, Hillcrest going right to left as we see it, and as we call it, and you see it, I guess.
You hear
it. Or as I make it up. King's got the pass. He's going to hit Judy with that pass that scored last time. Judy hit as it comes into his arms. It'll fall incomplete. He got hit hard. He kind of laid there for a minute. he pops his helmet off and is walking to the sidelines. Gotta wonder if, because it's only second down, I don't know why he's coming off unless he needs to check some equipment or maybe take a breather because that hit his ribs. That's the hardest place to take a hit, and he got one right there. He's bending over trying to get some air. So Judy comes out. They're going to bring the house now to the same bottom side of the screen. And King takes the ball. He's rolling that side. He's looking. He's throwing. He's got a receiver. That's number 21, Aiden Need. And they say he went out of bounds. Excuse me. Neal does not make the first down, but he picks up about 10, 11 yards. So it's going to set him up with a 3rd and 3, I believe. 3rd and 2, I guess. Correction. 3rd and 2, doable. They got a couple of running backs that can pick that up in their sleep, I would think.
Yeah.
Interesting to see. They only have one back in the backfield, and that looks to be Keller, I think. It is. Keller takes the snap, hits the line. He powers forward. He's literally bringing the four of the Skyview linemen forward for 3 yards, so he'll pick up the first down. That shows you the strength of that running back as he gets those I don't know, 4 yards on that. Takes it down to the midfield. Is it the 50? And gets the first down at midfield. And literally carried 4 defensive linemen for the Hawks. That's, if you're a defensive guy and he takes you that far, you got to be a little frustrated. You want to hit him hard and knock him back. All right, King's going to take the snap. He drops back into the pocket. He's looking deep. He's got a receiver. He's got Battleson. Battleson makes the catch at the 10. They say it's a good catch.
That's a good catch there by number 23.
Battleson all of a sudden in this second half making his name known for the good. And they'll set it up at the 10-yard line, 1st and goal for the Knights. And the Knights just trying to keep that 35-point distance, I think, Josh.
Yeah, Battleson was wide open on that wheel route on this near sideline.
Yeah, he was.
And King just overthrew him just a little bit.
He had to jump for it, but kudos to Battleson as he made that catch and was running. He picked up another 5 or 6 yards as he made the catch, but just off balance enough that he wasn't able to keep going. All right, it's going to be a handoff. I think that was Keller again. Nope, that's Larson. Larson with the carry. They're going to take it down to the 6-yard line, 6.5-yard mark. Maybe, they say the 7 now, so a gain of 3. And that'll be a 2nd and goal from the 7 for the Knights. The Knights have not been consistent in, one consistent play. Yeah. They're keeping them guessing where everything's going, and it's working so far. As King now under center, he's going to hand it off to Larson again. Larson hits the hole. He's going to take it down to probably the 2-yard line. Set up 3rd and 2. I think it's 1.5 mark, maybe.
It seems like Larson is definitely their red zone back because all of his carries have come in the red zone area. He's just at half.
Keller took that one in for a touchdown.
You're right, and
but they
Larson,
are giving a lot of touches there. You're right.
Larson had 3 carries for 10 yards and 1 touchdown. Now he has 2 carries in the second half for 8 yards, all in the red zone.
Again, under center, they do a quick handoff up the middle. I don't think they're going to get it.
How did he not get in?
Wow, that's number 8. I think it's Rogel. Is that his name? There was a quick handoff. They thought everybody was looking at Larson to get the handoff. I don't know how he didn't cross that plane, but they have the ball almost nudging the goal line. Wow. Daniel Rogel really looked like he had the touchdown, but we're not down there on the sideline, so I'm going to trust the judgment of the line judge. Probably a tough call to make with all those bodies. King's going to take it. He hands it off to Larson. Larson does not get it either as he's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line, short. So now we're going to be set up with a 4th and
turnover on down.
That was the 4th down? Wow, I was off a down. Hillcrest comes up short on the scoring drive. They're acting a little shell-shocked. I was too because I was thinking it was the 3rd down. And they didn't get it. It'll be a turnover. So with the ball at the 1, Skyview takes over. So if I'm Skyline, I'm going to say, okay, let's catch these guys in the end zone and get a safety so we get something out of that drive.
When was the last time you saw a 99-yard touchdown run?
In high school?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Maybe we'll see one here, huh?
Buse sets it up in the shotgun still. Surprising, he's back to throw. He's got a man. He's going to overthrow his man. Wow. Overthrew Martinez. Dangerous territory as Edwards brought him down after the ball was over his head, thinking he'd made the catch. That's dangerous.
I love the call right there. Play action on the 1 yard line to go deep to Martinez. Just overthrew him a little bit. Overthrew him, and if he had led him to his left a little bit more.
Well, as much as Hillcrest has got into the backfield and collapsed that pocket, that's kind of Buse spitting in their eye.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of you. They're going to hand it off this time. Downey's going to take it around the corner. He's going to be caught in the backfield in the end zone, I believe. We're waiting for – it's Cron, not Downey?
It's Cron.
They don't call a safety. I'm not quite sure why. Cron really running out of the fullback position. They say he got back to the line of scrimmage. A little back behind the line of scrimmage. The ball literally about 3 inches off the goal line. That was a generous spot, I got to say. Really looked like he did not get out of the end zone. But a third down here, 3rd and 11 is what they say it is. And Buse deep in his end zone, looking with Downey to his left. I think he's going to pass, Josh. He is. He's dropping. He's rolling to the right. He's looking. There's somebody on him. They're going to bring him down in the end zone. Safety, Hillcrest. Buse is almost over the goal line, but he's brought down about a half yard, still behind the line of the goal line. And a safety is the result. Did I call it or what?
Yeah, there we go.
So Hillcrest gets denied on what should have been a chip shot for the way they've been playing tonight. Turns it over to Skyview. Skyview playing out of their end zone for the entire 4 downs they had. And on that last one, they get caught behind the line for the safety. So Hillcrest gets 2 points, takes it up to 37-7, and Skyview has to kick off. That's the rule I've never quite understood about safeties.
Yeah, it's one of those
weird things where the other team gets points and you have to give the ball back to them. So Hillcrest will get another shot with probably good field position, but Kinsman has to do a free kick, not a kickoff type kick with a.
It's a punt for him. So.
Well, it looks like he's setting up for a kick, and it has to be a free kick.
No, you can kick or punt.
All right, being corrected here by the staff. He has the option to kick or punt, and certainly with his leg, he wants to set it up on the pad and get the kick because he'll boot it clear down to the 10-yard line probably. And especially with the frustration of getting that safety. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Hillcrest up 37-7. Skyview kicking off, and Kinsman does just blast it clear down to the 15. I was off. Fielded by the Knights. They're going to bring it out across the 30, the 40, the 50, 45-yard line of Skyview as Sheldon Nelson brings that across. I was trying to see the number on him, and he just followed a couple of blockers. You know, that thing that you spend an entire football career teaching a kid to do. Yeah. He brings it across. He's going to be set up 1st and 10 for Hillcrest at the 45 of the Skyview Hawks as time continues to tick away on what looks to be the season for the Hawks at this point in time.
It's still the third quarter here, Tim.
Okay, 30-point lead.
Now.
Game's not over. I didn't see anybody warming up to sing.
Game's not over.
We know the game's over when Josh starts gargling and saying he's ready to sing. Hillcrest will take over at that 45, looking to avenge that last time where they didn't get into the end zone. You know, King, with his competitive nature, he's got to be looking to get that in. He hands it off. I believe that's going to be Keller. Keller's going to pick up a first down as he'll pick up 12 yards on the carry. Leon Hensley on the tackle. He's the downhill safety for the Hawks. And he was the safety had to come up and stop Keller because nobody else could.
Yeah, Skyview was just straight man-to-man across the board. And Leon Hensley was able to just break his block off and get that tackle.
And he hung on.
Yeah.
It's always the hard part. Okay, King back. He's got a receiver downfield. He's looking on the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds as he led his receiver far too much to the left. Falls incomplete. That's that same play that Battleson picked up the big gainer on the last series.
Yeah, but this time Skyview had a deep safety there, so he was able to go over there and cover for that. And so King had to try to fit it into a tight hole and was not able to do that.
Well, I think that they learned from that one. All right, Hillcrest with a second down now looking. They're going to hand it off to Larson. Ooh. Larson breaks the hole over tackle. He's going to go. He's going to get 10, 15, 20 yards. Oh, and there's a flag at the end of the play. That could mess things up.
Oh, Larson with 2 stiff arms there.
Yeah, Larson's not a weakling. He got a couple of people under the chin to get away from them. Not only does he have muscles, not only does he have speed, he has muscles. Trying to see what the official is going to say about the run, or the penalty, excuse me.
It was about a 16, 17
holding
yard
penalty
gain
against the Knights, so that's coming back. It's at the end of the play, so they're going to give up the first down. They'll put the ball at the 26-yard line. So it sets up a second and about 4, long 4. Yeah, 10-yard penalty now against the Knights for where it occurred is what it happens, spot of the foul. So not the big gainer they thought they had, but certainly a decent gain nonetheless. Second down and 4 and long 4 for the Knights. Lone back in the backfield. They're going to hand it off again. They'll go off the left tackle. Not going to get the first down. They do get it as he does a spin move at the end. Larson, it is Larson. As he spins it down and picks up the needed yardage for the first down, puts it at the 22-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 Hillcrest, and they're eating up yardage and clock with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left and counting. As they don't want to throw a lot, they want to run it a lot so they can eat the clock. That's good game management with a 30-point lead. Pocket collapsing on King. King's trying to fight his way away. He throws it. There was a receiver in the vicinity, so he gets very lucky because he was going down, and he obviously threw that one away. But that's a throwaway outside of the box, and you can do it.
Yeah. He got lucky there because he was headed down for a sack, but
he got
has
that
the
away
strength
barely.
to get that. Yeah. Last time he tried to do that was in the first quarter, and he threw an interception. So
yeah, that's dangerous.
This time he was able to get out of bounds.
Well, I'm sure Coach at halftime said, look, if you're going to throw it away, get it out of bounds. So that'll set up a 2nd and 10 for Hillcrest. They've been running out of the shotgun most of the night. King takes the snap back. He falls back. He sets up the screenplay. He overthrows his receiver. He was intending that for Connor Meekum, and over the head of Meekum, who had plenty of room to pick up another first, and unfortunately picks up a grass stain on his uniform. So 3rd down, I believe, isn't it?
Yep, 3rd and 10.
3rd down. I have the scoreboard computer right here in front of me. I don't know why I keep looking down at the scoreboard itself. But it is what it is, right? So a 3rd and 10 for Hillcrest, almost into the red zone as they set up, trying to get a connection here on the 3rd down play. King takes the ball. He's rolling to the left, and he's just crunched. It goes down. It'll be a sack. A big loss by the Knights as number 21, Brody Fleshman, for the Skyhawks, just catches him, and then the rest of the team comes in and wants to get in on the party, and they're going to pick up, what is that, 5, 10, a loss of 10 on the play, as King was looking for something to save it, and he couldn't. So I don't know, that's too far, 20 yards almost.
Yeah.
20 yards, they're still going to go for it.
4th and 21.
They are going for it. I guess, they're in the territory. They feel they're comfortable they can do it. Receiver goes down, stands up, and gets hit by Nathan Gravett. And Hillcrest livid, the head coach, out on the field yelling at the official because it did look like he got hit in the back well before the ball got to him. But I think it was because the receiver had gone down on his knee and then popped back up. He still is an eligible receiver. He hadn't gone out of bounds.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what that was, but fourth down, no conversion for the Knights, as that's the second straight turnover on downs after a fourth down play. And Skyview takes over the ball at the 31-yard line. So Buse will have a chance to show us his magic, and he's going to keep the ball and run right up the middle. He'll probably pick up a gain of 4 on the play, as he has really shown us just a dual threat. His coach called him the dual threat,
yep.
And I have nothing to counteract that because it was a very, very well-run play, and anytime your quarterback can bounce up, literally what he did, bounced up after a run where you get hit by 3 or 4 sides. Buse again's going to take it. He rolls to the left. He looks. He throws. He's got a receiver. He makes the catch. And that's Martinez. Martinez is going to pick up a gain of, it's probably only 4 net gain there. But that'll pick up a third and probably third and 4 for the Hawks. Martinez really a nice catch as he was being hit. I think Saunders for Hillcrest on that hit as he was playing from that corner slot. And so a third down and 4 for Skyview. They're going to fake the handoff to Morton, and Buse is going to keep it. He'll get the first down and about 3 yards beyond it on a great fake as everyone in the whole stadium thought Morton had the ball and was going to keep it, and Buse kept it down low by his side and was at first down marker before anybody realized he had the ball.
Yeah, Downey there was the one that got the fake handoff, or was going to get the handoff. Yeah. But good job from Cash there just to keep it and got 5 yards.
Wow, Cash, what a player he is. All right, Buse again. Same play all over again, but Hillcrest reads it all the entire time. Trying to see who read that. I think that was Battleson. Nope, Keller, Trayson Keller. He had the 3s and the 2s all mixed up, but they're going to put the ball back. It looks like it's a 2nd and 11, so a loss of 1 on the play. And Buse back out of the shotgun. Downey next to him. Buse is going to spend some time throwing. He does. He's got a receiver. Makes the catch. That's his old reliable, and he's going to pick up the first down and then some as he goes down at the 32-yard line. That is Dane Bowman again. Bowman with a couple of receptions. He got the touchdown last time. He messed up his average.
Well,
he
that
only
was
picked up 25 on that?
That was 20-yard
20?
reception
Okay.
right there. So he had a 50-yard touchdown reception his last catch.
So the Hawks move it across midfield, in fact, down to the 33-yard line on a 1st and 10 for the Hawks. As Buse, he's threading that needle well. I think he's connecting with Bowman. It's going to run out of time. Last play of the quarter as he throws a bomb downfield. Oh, he had Martinez, but he overthrew Martinez. It'll fall incomplete, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. And the score, the Hillcrest Knights 37, the Skyview Hawks 7. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
We're back here at Thunder Stadium as the Skyview Hawks driving downfield now as we start the fourth quarter, down 37-7. Buse takes the snap, but the flags fly. We're going to have probably an illegal motion penalty against Skyview as they start marching back, and that is exactly what they say, illegal motion. Not how they wanted to start the fourth quarter, but only a 5-yard loss versus something heavy like a 15. How many yards?
Now they came back. They were down 10-0. It's 14-10 in the fourth quarter. Rigby's up.
14-10 in the fourth quarter. Rigby ahead in that game, and what has
Wow.
been a battle. I think that's Eagle they're playing. And I've called that Rigby Eagle game before. That's a tough game. Skyline up on Twin Falls, 37-12. So the winner of this game will be playing the winner of that game. Buse is going to keep the ball. He goes over to the sideline. He'll pick up a gain of 5 as he steps out of bounds, or he's escorted out of bounds by Battleson.
Picked up a game at 11.
Oh, 11. That's right. I forgot about that 5-yard. Somebody's got to keep me honest. See, that's why I say you're the genius behind everything.
Sometimes I can count. Sometimes.
Well, I'm trying to keep up with all these scores here as we're seeing what the hey, man.
Yeah, this is a second round of the playoffs, so of course.
Yeah, Highland defeating Owyhee 28-10. So Highland moves on to the semis. Yeah. All right, Buse takes the snap. He drops back. A quick pass off to Martinez. Martinez caught right about the line of scrimmage. Oh, he's going to gain 2 on the play. Number 50, Hunter Reeves makes the stop on a great read by Reeves. I think Martinez, with his wheels, he had the reception, and he could have gone a long way on that and doesn't because of Reeves' read. So he saved probably some big yards. Puts a 4th and 4 on the books now for Skyview in a must-make scenario. That with 10 minutes and 50 seconds plus counting, they don't have any time to do anything. Looks like it's done. Oh, fourth quarter.
Yep.
Weiser ahead of Kimberly, 35-32. Wow, that is a close game.
Close game over in that 3A division.
Yeah. All right, Buse with a long throw downfield. He overthrows his guy, but that is Bowman, his ever-ready, trustworthy guy, and he just overthrew him. He took him too far past the back of the end zone. Bowman had no room to make that play happen, even if he could have, because the Hillcrest defender right on him, and he just led him too far. So it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. Hillcrest with possession now and a comfortable lead. I'm pretty sure they're not going to have a lot of throwing passes. Again, every time I make a prediction like that, they show me that I'm wrong, and I have to say that's why I'm a broadcaster, not the coach.
The coach, yeah.
But with 10 minutes and 30 seconds plus counting in this game, Hillcrest just wanting to play it safe, make sure they keep the score. They hand it off. Again, that's not going to be anything safe about that, as that's Keller taking it down to the 30, the 30, the 25, the 20. He's got blockers. He could go all the way. He does. Larson into the end zone. Touchdown, Hillcrest. What a thing of beauty, Josh. That was a 75-yard run.
75.
Oh, my goodness. That's the second 75, 80-yard run for the Knights tonight as they get to kick out and exercise the horses, as my grandpa used to say.
Yeah.
And boots the score up 43-7 with a chance for an extra PAT.
Well, they've had a 65-yard run, an 80-yard touchdown run, and now a 75-yard touchdown run.
This is going to make it really hard for us to call an IdahoSports.com player of the game.
There's going to be
three of them tonight.
there's definitely some
kicks
players.
up. It's good. And so it's 44-7. Hillcrest Knights. I want to say coasting, but they're not coasting. They're just having their way tonight with the Skyview Hawks. And if you're a Hawks fan, this has got to be painful. Not the way you want to end your season. You don't mind a loss. Well, you do mind a loss. But when you're ending your season, and there's so many seniors who have worked hard, you don't want to end it on a blowout. And that's kind of what it feels right now, even though it has been closer than the score would indicate. As we're keeping an eye on that 5A game as Hillcrest and Eagle just duking it out in the fourth quarter.
Rigby and Eagle, yeah.
Who did I say?
Hillcrest.
Yeah. What game am I on? I don't know where we're at. Are we in Idaho?
I don't know.
Goodness. Rigby and Eagle duking it out in what really looks like a setup of the championship teams.
Well, you got to think Rigby won their state championship last year, started off really rough this year.
And now they're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But Eagle, always a great team. You don't overlook the Eagles ever. Eagle, not the Eagles. Eagle. I think they're the Eagle Mustangs, aren't they?
That sounds about right.
All right, so Hillcrest, after that scoring phenomenon by Keller, his second touchdown of the night.
Sure is.
So that may be his advantage in the rankings. We're going to have a tough time adding all this up. But kick is up and not as deep as they thought. Bouncing, it's getting a good Hillcrest bounce. As Martinez picks it up, he's going to come around the corner to the 30, to the 40. He's going to step out of bounds right about the 45-yard line. What a return. That's where he shows his speed as he hit that corner and just took off in a frustrating play as my goodness, he almost went it all the way, if not for that touchdown tackle. Who made that, Ty? The kicker made the tackle. Oh, man, that's even better. The kicker made the touchdown-saving tackle. Got to love that, folks. As Skyview takes over again now with the ball. The Skyview offense has got to be tired as they've been on the field a lot this second half. 10 minutes and 14 seconds and counting as Buse takes the ball, makes a throw down to Martinez. Martinez with a catch, and not enough room to open it up. He'll get the first down and takes it down to about the 37, 38-yard line. And what a great catch. I think they've finally decided that Martinez has got the wheels to make it on his own. Instead of throwing for a bomb, just let him get the ball and let him use those wheels.
Yes, Martinez's fourth catch of the second half.
But they've all been short catches, but then he picks up 15 yards after.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see, if you're a Skyview fan anyway. We're football fans here, folks. Buse is going to hand it off to Downey. Downey's going to be met at not even to the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 2 on the play. Trying to see the Hillcrest player that looks like that is 66. That is number 66 who caught him. Damian Simmons, number 66, making the tackle. That's his second tackle. A sophomore, Ty tells me, picks up his second sack of the night.
There we go.
Gotta love a sophomore doing that kind of duty. So 2nd and 14 for Skyview. Buse back. He's looking. He's going to quick pass it off to Downey. Downey hit behind the line by Battleson. No, not Battleson. That's 27. Carter Ruppel. Excuse me, Ruppel. And that's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. And, boy, frustration on the part of Skyview as they look at this last 2 plays, both losses. They're going the wrong way.
Yeah, Carter sniffed that out real quick. He was able to get out into the flat and make that tackle.
Somebody watched their game film. The assignment was, how does that go? They understood the assignment?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. So it's a 3rd and long for Skyview. Busey back. He's got trips to the top of the screen. He rolls to that side. He gets past the Hillcrest. The Hillcrest Knights. He fumbles the ball. The ball is loose. There's a struggle for the ball at about the 43. I don't know who has it. They say Hillcrest with a recovery. Trying to see who picked it up. Looks like that is number 20 on the fumble recovery for the Knights. Number 20 is Britton Lords. So Lords with the fumble recovery at the, I'm trying to see the spot, at the 43.
I don't know if that is Britton.
Well, it's number 20, Ty.
I know.
Whoever number 20 is, Ty's telling me he's not sure it's Britton. Number 20 for the Knights tonight, whoever that is, just made a great recovery as Buse was hit by the second tackler, and the ball bounced out of his hands behind him 5 yards. And now Hillcrest ball across the midfield, And they mark it at the 42, I guess it is. And King now with the ball. He calls for it. He's going to hand it off to the running back. That's number 30 for the Knights, Cannon Davis. Davis is going to pick up maybe 2 yards. Yeah, they give him 2 yards on the play.
That last carry by number 30, Cannon Davis.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to finally get some backups in.
Yeah, I think that score is sufficient that you can give some of these backups, given some playing time, some experience in a playoff scenario.
Well, the new quarterback is number 18.
So King's not in there. It's number 18. Yeah, you're right. Good job. New quarterback, Marcus Webster. Is that right? Tyson Sweetwood. The numbers lie. Another sophomore getting some playing time. Hands it off up the middle.
Oh.
And now a skirmish going on. Flags flying everywhere. We got some bumping and John. I don't think that's frustration. That's what it is. I think those flags are going to go both ways. We'll probably have offsetting personal fouls as all of the officials throwing their flags. And the officials now barking at the teams, making them back up, get plenty of distance. And, of course, anytime you have that many flags, you know what's the end result is an official huddle. All of the officials now in the huddle trying to make sure that the flag they saw and the penalty they saw is going to be represented. And this could be more than 2 penalties. This could be 3 or 4.
Well, I think they might be offsetting.
Could be.
I think they're both going to get unsportsmanlikes.
Yeah, there's no question. There's going to be at least 2 of those. I saw the punches. And, you know, it's tough when you're in a game like this that means so much to not have things going your way. And the backups now coming in for Hillcrest, and they're a little frustrated on the other side of the gate to not get what they want, as we now have the official coming out. Going to look at what his call is. He's going to talk to the coaches first. That's interesting. We've got the head umpire coming over to talk to the Hillcrest Knights coach, but I don't see. Oh, we do have 2 officials going over to talk to the Skyview coach. Okay, that makes sense as they try to sort it out. And it's not an easy discussion. Neither coach wanting to quit the conversation, but it's going to be interesting to see what they call. Looking for the official. He's going to call a dead ball foul, I'm sure. They're trying to decide where. Okay, first indication, deadfall personal foul against Hillcrest. 15-yard penalty, and that's the only foul they call. Player is ejected. I could not see who it was, but whoever the penalty was called on, they ejected that player. I think I can guess who it is because he's on the sidelines a little upset, but we're not going to name him. I don't think that's proper. And they move the ball back, so the ball's back at the Hillcrest side of the field.
That might be big. How do ejections work in high school?
They're gone. See, they're escorting
I
them off the
but
field.
next week, do they get suspended as well?
They do, actually.
I'm trying to. I don't remember exactly that rule.
And that's a player they don't want to see not on the field next week. So I hope that's not the case. All right, quarterback for Hillcrest is going to be caught behind this line. He makes a throw attempt.
Fumble.
I think it's called a fumble because it was a live ball picked up by Skyview. Skyview is going to be taken down at the 33-yard line, and the Hillcrest coach is livid. Out on the field, screaming at the officials.
I would be livid too. He was definitely throwing the ball.
Yeah, I don't know how you call that a fumble. I think they have no choice but to call that a forward pass because he was in the motion of throwing. No, they spot it. They do say it was a fumble. Sweetwater looked to be throwing the ball. If you're a Skyview fan, great call for your team as they mark the ball at the 32-yard line. It's Skyview's ball. I wish we had replay. Dang it, because I would like to see that again. Literally, I had my binoculars on the play. No chance he wasn't throwing. So I think they just maybe didn't see where the arm was when the ball came loose. As Buse is going to take the snap, he's looking, he's throwing into the end zone. It's way over his receiver, Martinez. I think Buse has to realize what the depth of that is because he threw probably 3 yards beyond the back of the end zone.
Yeah, Buse and the Martinez connection, Buse has definitely definitely targeted him probably 10 times, maybe even more tonight.
But the only ones they're connecting on are the short slant passes, and that Martinez is capitalizing on.
Yeah, as the Eagle gets an interception to return all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This could be a big deal as we've got how many seconds? 5 minutes and 32 seconds left in that game. It looks like Eagle could pull it off. Interesting. All right. Buse is going to hand it off. I believe that's Downey. It is Downey. Downey's going to take it on the left side of the field. He'll go out of bounds at about the, I'm going to say the 22-yard line.
Nice run there by number 10, Downey.
So that'll end up being a second and
That brings up 3rd and 3.
3? Is it? Third. Excuse me. I forgot about that overthrown pass.
Yeah.
Overthrown pass throwed. I is college educated.
Yeah.
All right, Skyview. We're looking at all the scores flying by here, watching 3 games. We're trying to make sure we're keeping up to date on everything. Buse is going to keep the ball. He'll pick up the first down over the 10, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buse. Skyview gets the score. Their second of the night as Buse acts like it's every day for him. He just casually hands the ball to the official and walks back saying, wait, now he keeps the ball. He said, I'm going to keep that. Oh, the official says, no, you're not. Great move by Buse as he picks up that score and brings him into double digits now as it's 44-13 with Skyview's Kinsman into kick and a chip shot for him. And he made a field goal and I think a goal in the soccer field. I went back so far as he picks up the extra point. And it's a 44-14 score. And now with 4 minutes left, it is
Eagle 16, Rigby 13 or 14. Excuse me.
No, I'm reading that different. That's
Eagle.
Rigby 20.
They did it backwards.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
So Rigby's now down, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear, that is not good for Rigby as they were looking to defend their state title in the 5A ranks. They're now on the ropes with not much time left in the game to pull it off. Now with a 21-10, Eagle now 21-10 up on Rigby with 4 minutes left to play in the game. Not looking like the Trojans are going to get that back-to-back title.
Well, miracles do happen.
Yeah, the Miracle Bowl, there's been one in 45 years.
I just saw a highlight from a high school game. I think it was a couple years ago. But they scored, I believe it was 23 points in a minute and 12 seconds. It was insanity. It was a couple years ago.
Well, I've told you a reference before that Madison game I called against Lake City a few years ago where Madison got 2 touchdowns in a minute.
Yeah.
And pulled a win off by 1 point. But those are few and far between. That's the only one I can remember in my broadcast career, 20 years. So, all right, Skyview with the ball. They're going to kick it off. And who knows? With Kinsman, he kicks it hard. He's going to let him field it. He doesn't put it into the end zone. But they let it roll into the end zone. They were trying to kick it, so they try to return it and get them, back into the 5-10-yard mark. And he's just got so much power. It rolled into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. Hillcrest will bring it out to the 20-yard line. As we look at Tyson Sweetwood coming in, the sophomore quarterback, backup quarterback, as King has taken him the distance, but they're going to save him for next week. They don't want to ride that horse to death. There's no need with the score being what it is. With 7 minutes and 14 seconds left, a lot of the depth players here now getting some experience for Hillcrest, and rightfully so. Sweetwater takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. That's number 30. He's going to break it. He's going to break it. He's going to take it across midfield. Oh, almost midfield. He takes it to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, nice 27-yard gain for him.
What a gain. I wish we had the right numbers on this roster. Jack Sargent, Ty tells me.
Son of our girls basketball
Oh, Alan Sargent's boy. Alan's the head basketball coach for the girls at Hillcrest. And a nice run as he picked up a first down at the 48-yard line. Hillcrest 1st and 10 at midfield. Sweetwater out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off again. And he's Sargent's going to be introduced up front and personal to number 5 for the Hawks. That's Logan Hensley. And no gain on the play as they hit and go down. If they were dating, that would be a great date. End of a date.
That was actually number 20.
Was it 20? I thought it looked like 5.
That was number 20 that ran the ball.
Oh, number 20 that ran the ball. Well, we show it on our roster, number 20 as Britton Lords, but the Hillcrest genius next to me say that's probably not him. So whoever number 20 is, great gain there on the play. A lot of these junior varsity players now playing with varsity numbers, so it's not fitting as intended. Pass by Sweetwater is going to be connected for a first down and then some as they're breaking tackles. It's number 21 making the catch. Aiden Neild as he takes it down to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10, Hillcrest. And the backups now having some fun with 5 minutes, just under 6 minutes to play now in this matchup. And Hillcrest having fun.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely, as they should. In the state playoffs, getting...
Yep, Eagles ahead. You're right. All right, Hillcrest with a 1st and 10, and everything going their way. Another handoff. They're going to come around on the sweep to the right. They'll pick up probably 3 or 4 yards as another different player gets some time. That's 33, not on the roster. Don't know who that is, but pretty good play as he picks up probably 4 yards. We always say the big gainers are the ones you notice, but 4 yards a time are the ones that win the game.
Absolutely.
So a 2nd and 6 for the Knights. The ball at the 27-yard line. And coasting into the semifinals next week. We're edging down, Josh.
We're getting there.
It's November. It's almost turkey time. Another running back getting the handoff, number 34 for the Knights. He'll pick up a gain of 3. Again, not on our roster, so don't know who that is. Boy, this is what a great time if you have that many running backs in the junior varsity ranks who can come in and get a couple of snaps and some experience. That's every coach's dream to be able to do that, and Hillcrest having that happen tonight as they, at this point, looking on to the winner of the Skyline Twin Falls game, which last we heard Skyline was ahead. Another handoff right up the middle, and he's going to break it all the way. He can take it into the end zone, and he does. That is going to be a touchdown, Hillcrest.
Touchdown, Knights.
Number 85 is who it shows, but I don't have an 85, so I must be reading that wrong.
I think it's 35.
35? No, it is 85.
Is it?
He is not on the roster, but so obviously a junior varsity player got his wings tonight and into the end zone touchdown. He's going to be celebrating tonight. Played my season as a junior varsity player, got into varsity in the quarterfinals, scored a touchdown. That's what I tell the grandkids. Hillcrest now will set up. You know, Josh, I almost wonder, are they going to try that sneak play just to see if they can work on it? Oh, they're not. They're going to go for 2. And
they're
just not going to. It's interesting. 4 minutes left in the game, and Hillcrest says we're not going to run the score up any more than we have to. So they take the snap and the kneel. I have not seen that before.
That's a respectable thing to do.
I think it is, but I've never seen that in Hillcrest or high school ball.
It is official. It looks like. I think we can now say Hillcrest is going to win this one. So Hillcrest,
I think you're probably right,
is going to be facing Skyline.
Skyline
next
with the
week.
final 44-20.
Skyline has found their form of late. They have been dominant in their last couple of games.
You know, it's kind of like Rigby, the defending state champion. Skyline, the defending state champion. Skyline struggled a little bit starting the season and pulled it back. And
they just defeated an incredible Twin Falls team.
That Twin Falls team, I thought that would be a much closer score.
Yeah, that Twin Falls team is just incredible. I watched them play against Idaho Falls earlier this year, and they allowed 1 touchdown in the first quarter, and then they scored 55 straight points.
Are
that
you kidding
Twin
me?
Falls team is powerful, and them to lose to Skyline like that's surprising.
Wow.
That's very surprising. So Skyline, hey, Hillcrest Skyline next week is going to be interesting.
Well, that'll be Hillcrest and Skyline. That's going to be here on this side of the state because that Skyline game was on the west side of the state.
If we're lucky,
Should be here at Thunder. Yeah, I would think it'd be here at Thunder.
Or Holt. Yeah.
Kickoff is going to be received. And, boy, Hillcrest just gets him right there at the 20. That is number 20. I think that's Neald, if I remember. No, that's Lords. They show up Britton Lords anyway. Made a hit right at the 21. So at the 21, that'll be Skyview, 1st and 10. If I remember the seeding, Hillcrest is the higher seed of the two, so Hillcrest will get home field advantage for that game. And I would assume, Ty, you tell me, you're the man with the decisions. That's going to be here at Thunder, right?
Or is it going to be at Holt Arena? It'll be here.
Why would you go down to Holt Arena when you want to have your home field?
I respect that. Maybe we'll be on that game.
Well, we can beg. I mean, we can try. All right, Skyview's going to take the ball now at their own 21. Buse staying in the game. He's handing it. No, he's going to keep it. He fakes the handoff. He's going to be caught in the backfield. He'll be a loss on the play of maybe one as he stretches his long body out. 37 making the tackle for Hillcrest. Do we have that? It's Tyson Sweetwood? Not Tyson, because Tyson's wearing 18. So I'm not sure who that is. But, again, he made a sack coming in as, I'm sure, a junior varsity player. And not a bad deal. How's our Rigby game doing?
Eagles still up 17-14 under 2 minutes.
Oh, they corrected the score. Okay.
Under 2 minutes.
An injured Rigby player?
2nd and 10, though.
Busey takes the snap. He's looking. He doesn't have anybody, so he's going to tuck and roll. Now he throws. I think he's across the line of scrimmage, but I don't see a flag, so they're not going to call it.
He was about 6 yards past the
Definitely past the line of scrimmage when he threw that. Through the arms of Martinez. Martinez was wide open because, he was past the line of scrimmage. Everybody was running to make sure they stopped him. It's now a final. Eagle has defeated Rigby 17-14. And the defending state 5A champions are not going to defend their title this year, as Eagle will move on into the semifinals. And Rigby, having a good season, will not be able to repeat that title. It's got to be frustrating for those kids.
Crazy. Man, some crazy upsets tonight here in Idaho.
Boy, next week's game, Skyline and Hillcrest, two teams that have played each other, right, Ty? Yeah, I was going to say, if I remember, that was one of the first games of the season. Hillcrest won it as time run out on a literal Hail Mary to their big 6'5", 6'6" tight end, Isaac Davis. His first year playing football, and he makes a Hail Mary catch to win the game in what would have been otherwise a Skyline victory.
I'm telling you what, that might be the game of the semifinals next week.
That definitely will be the game of the semifinals. Skyview trying to figure out how to get one more score on the books. 3 minutes and 12 seconds counting now. Busey's going to keep the ball. I think they're just trying to run it out, get some positive yardage. Busey will get an extra maybe yard on that play. That's about it. Wow.
You say 5 yards. Yep.
5 yards? Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. They had a loss, didn't they?
So now it's 4th down.
4th down. I can't imagine that they wouldn't kick. They don't want to give Hillcrest an opportunity to score.
Well, I noticed that Tyler Kinsman is actually ranked the #1 punter in the nation.
In the nation?
Yeah.
Here in Idaho. That is awesome. Congratulations, Tyler.
Just look at it. He's apparently 6'5", 225 pounds.
I don't doubt it. He looks
He's
tall
a big
out
boy.
there. He doesn't look that he has that kind of weight, but, man, that's a great punter.
Oh,
a bad snap. Tyler gets the punt off as it is, takes it all the way back to the 35. Hillcrest fields it. He's going to be it's number 19 for Hillcrest as he fields that. And that is James Bartell. Kinsman, man, I love the fact that he's the #1 punter in the nation.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dang. Well, I take the Dartmouth offer, Tyler. I'm just telling you, that Ivy League education is gonna be worth a lot more than anything local here. just for the connections, probably more than that. But it's nice. It's fun to have a player from Idaho. Recognize that highly, like the young man from Teton, number one in the nation, number one in Idaho.
In Idaho.
But I saw last night on the news, he was a player of the week. I think he's number top 10, top 20 in the nation for a running back. So that's great. Hillcrest with the ball. They're going to hand it off. He's going to be met after a gain of 1, as that is number 22, wearing 22. On the roster, that says it's Henry Martin, a senior. I don't think that's probably Henry Martin. Is it? Okay. Ty confirming. Ty Salisbury, the principal at Hillcrest High, being my source for all questions tonight. Appreciate it, Ty. Yeah, Hillcrest now with the ball. Just looking to burn the clock. 1:38 left in this matchup. Sweetwater takes the snap. Ginn hands it off. They'll pick up a couple yards, 2 to 3, as they eat the clock. Right now, they don't care about eating yards. They care about eating the clock. Hillcrest now, obviously, going to be moving on to the next game. That game will be the Skyline game. And East Idaho, 2 East Idaho teams meeting up. So should be here on this side of the state, I would expect, here at Thunder Stadium. So both Idaho Falls teams, you'll see big crowds both sides. All right, Hillcrest now, clock coming under a minute in this game. I think they'll hand it off twice more, and this game should be over. As Skyview, I think, expected that to happen, and hands it off to number 22. Again, I believe, Henry Martin. Martin picks up probably 8 yards on it. That's going to set up a 4th and 2, I guess. Nice gain for Martin as he comes out of the game now. And they bring Kenan Davis back in.
That's Dak Sargent.
Oh, Zach Sargent? Dak, okay. You told me that earlier. It's Coach Sargent's son. Sargent trading off with Martin, it looks like, and they're just eating the clock with under 20 seconds. I suspect they'll take a knee on this play and it'll be over. Oh, it's 4th down. They can't, and they're going to pick up the 1st down as Sweetwater keeps the ball, runs off tackle, picks up about 4 yards, maybe 5. That'll be a 1st down.
Tonight, the Skyview Hawks, and traveling across the state.
They spot the ball, then they'll start the clock, and that's going to be the last play of the game. It's going to be all over as the Hillcrest Knights have soundly defeated the Skyview Hawks. Final score, 50-14, Hillcrest Knights. We're going to fade away for some sponsors. We'll be back as we talk about the IdahoSports.com player of the game.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Good. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles, stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back to Thunder Stadium as we have concluded this quarterfinal game as the Hillcrest Knights have defeated the Skyview Hawks by a final score of 50-14. And Josh, the only thing left at this point is to be excited about next week's matchup between the Skyline Grizzlies and the Hillcrest Knights, two Idaho Falls teams meeting up here in Idaho Falls. That'll be the game to be at. But as we look at this game, boy, what an offensive performance by the Hillcrest Knights. Josh, throw some numbers at us.
Yeah, I'm going to give you just the rushing stats, right? So in the first half, Hillcrest rushed for 142 yards. In the second half, 256 yards. You had, just in the second half alone, rushing-wise, you had a 75-yard touchdown run from
Keller. Yeah, Trayson Keller.
And then you had an 80-yard touchdown run from Braxton Battleson. And then some backups in there had a 25-yard touchdown run and then a 27-yard touchdown, a 27-yard run. So just overall, 256 yards rushing in the second half alone.
Yeah, this is one of those nights when we have to call an IdahoSports.com player of the game, and you want to just say it's the Hillcrest Knights after this performance. Everybody hitting on all cylinders. Certain Peyton King in at quarterback has just been wonderful in his performance tonight I think, did he have the first score as he ran the quarterback keeper?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he
King
ended up with
that first 80 yards?
He ended up with 96 yards and one touchdown. He didn't run the ball at all in the second half.
Well, he didn't play the fourth quarter, really.
Yeah.
So, great stats tonight. But as we look at the IdahoSports.com player of the game, tough night for us as we look at all the many factors to look at. A lot of rushing yards, a lot of receiving yards. A lot of just gutsy performances by these Hillcrest Knights. But, Josh, as you look at those numbers, you're my stats genius. What do they tell you?
Yeah, so I think we're going to give our IdahoSports.com player of the game to Trayson Keller. 11 carries, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And so if you're good at math, I am not, but that is about 11 and a half yards a carry for him tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty close. You're not too far off. So congratulations, Trayson Keller. You're our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game. Whether you're on the field or on the road, be in the moment and be free from distractions. That's the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, sponsoring tonight's player of the game, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. This has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter and the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. We also recognize our power boosters, Evade Pest Management, Brown Bus Company, Overhead Door Company, MVP Rentals, Teton Auto Group, and Gateway Park here in Idaho Falls. Special thanks to Larry Stocking, the athletic director here at Hillcrest High School, and his staff, which tonight included our fact checker, Hillcrest High School principal Ty Salisbury, keeping us up to date on who was who. We appreciate all of the staff here, their hospitality, and helping keep us warm and dry inside the press box tonight. We're grateful for them and getting this broadcast to you. We're especially grateful for all of our sponsors. Congratulations again to IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department, Trayson Keller, 11 carries, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Thanks again for joining us as the Hillcrest Knights have defeated the Skyview Hawks by a score of 50-14. For my broadcast partner, Josh McGauley, and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Tim Belknap saying thanks for being with us tonight. Join us next week for more exciting semifinal football action here in the Idaho State Football Playoff action.
GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.